4 years ago, the leaders of Henry County Schools met in this very room to change the direction of education. Their vision: to make a school where critical thinking is expected, creativity is nurtured, technology and innovation is embraced, and learning is celebrated in a fun, safe environment. Progress is already well underway. In the area of instruction, Henry County Schools has a well-thought-out curriculum that incorporates project-based learning and STEM for grades K through 12. Today, Henry County Schools is finding the right teachers through innovative ways. Our schools continue to make safety a priority, always looking for ways to improve. Henry County Schools continues to lead in the areas of technology and innovation, creating new environments to make learning fun and exciting. Finally, family and community engagement is and will continue to be a top priority.
We need to have a roadmap that everybody needs to have a target to aim for. And that's what we did. We said, where do we want to be? We know that education is always changing, and we said, where do we want to be in years down the road, and how do we get there, and what's our roadmap going to be? So the strategic plan became our roadmap to how to make sure we were providing the best possible curriculum and all the aspects of education for our students.
The high-quality instruction team is in charge of making sure the curriculum stays on the right track, and it's engaging so the students can retain it.
So in geometry, you may see students mapping out a city on the floor using parallel lines and working on other SOLs related to geometry. And whether you're in the PE class and you see that they're teaching driver's ed with matchbox cars on the floor and strings and trying to manipulate the rules of the road so they can pass their driver's ed test.
Strayer knows it's working because she sees it every day.
When I go into a classroom, students don't even know I'm there. I can walk into a classroom with 2 or 3 other adults and the students don't even turn around because they're so engaged in the activity.
Henry County Schools knew that lessons had to be exciting for both students and teachers.
We want a Goosebumps curriculum. And what I mean by that is a curriculum where students go home and they're so excited about what they were doing in school that when a parent or guardian asks, "What did you do in school today?" they don't say nothing. They say, "Oh, let me tell you about this exciting thing that we did today." We're getting our students ready for the real world, and that's what excites me.
The Envision process has paid off, and the word is getting out that Henry County Schools is a great place to teach. Traditionally, the school system would attend job fairs across the region to fill teaching positions with limited success. Now, they host their own job fairs.
We felt like we needed to be more creative and change directions in terms of what we were doing. So we decided we'd take control. We would bring the job fair to Henry County. We just completed our 2nd annual teacher job fair this year. It was at the end of February at Bassett High School. We brought in nearly 80 potential job seekers who have the potential to come to work for us as teachers in Henry County. We had an opportunity to interview those people, have them talk and connect with our principals, and it was a great opportunity because we're seeing that we're bringing more people in from more areas, and when they come, they've already shown some kind of interest in working in Henry County.
This year's job fair held at Bassett High School was unique because this time the students had a chance to interview their future teachers. Henry County Schools is also filling positions with its own alumni. Who knows Henry County Schools better than they do?
One of the things that we really want to do is look at the students that we already have who are looking for good long-term career opportunities. If they want to go to college and then come back and be able to live and work here in Henry County Schools is the largest employer in this community.
Retaining teachers through competitive salary, further education, and rewards has become a big deal with Henry County Schools.
We feel like we have a lot to be able to retain them. We offer new teacher mentor programs, induction programs, outstanding professional development opportunities, teacher licensure and recertification. We are doing a lot to try to make sure that we offer competitive salaries and benefits. We pay 100% of their monthly health insurance premium for the employee. We have stipends for advanced degrees, for teacher national board certification. There are just so many opportunities, and we're continuing to develop our recognition programs with each year. So implementing new programs even just this year.
What I'm proud of for Henry County Schools is we were kind of ahead of the game, if you will. You know, there's been a lot of incidents throughout the nation that a lot of tragedies there, and but I was really excited that the school system kind of jumped on board and got a lot of this, the security, a lot of procedures and stuff in place ahead of time, and I kind of pride ourselves on that from our committee, if you will.
Attention please. please, we are on full lockdown. Please put all students on full lockdown.
I think it's very important, the day and time that we live in. We know that real incidents have happened not only around the world but across this country, and we've got to make sure that we are prepared for any incident that could happen. We have a building crisis committee, building response team that we meet regularly. Anytime we have an incident or a drill, we meet and reflect on how that went to decide if we need to do things differently. Problem solving around anything that happens so that you can do it better the next time.
Here's the exciting part of it. You know, we've talked about drills, we've talked about securing of our buildings, but think about where we're headed for the future-wise too. The awareness piece is what we talked about. As we're moving forward, one of the items that's taking place at our Teaching and Learning Conference, we've got a great relationship with our local law enforcement, the Sheriff's Office, and the Public Safety. And so you'll see law enforcement involved in the teaching and learning to talk about items such as cyberbullying, maybe gang awareness. And again, we're trying to keep that culture at the forefront of changing the culture, being aware of any particular incidents that could take place on it and being ready at any times on it. And so that continuing education, being able to continue to bring that awareness to our staff is really important also.
Yes, we can. Those are words that Technology Chief Janet Copenhaver lives by.
In Henry County, to be on the cutting edge of technology, when people ask you if you can implement this or you can do that, we always say, yes, we can, because we can always figure out a way. We can implement anything. However, once you've implemented something and you keep saying that, you have to get your teachers involved, you have to get your students involved. So I think that could be our motto for technology in Henry County. Yes, we can do this because we are willing and able to do it.
Not only has Copenhaver sought out the best technology, she's determined to have a modern environment for her students.
If you think of the way you sat in school in a library and the furniture looks the same as it did when we were in school, there's a problem. It needs to look like a 21st century classroom. We have them all on wheels, it's all mobile, you can change them around, and the students love it.
Henry County Schools also knew that a student's creative environment can be an important factor.
Makerspace is an area that a student can come in and create while he's thinking critically. He can plan a project and create the project while he's there and take it home with him.
Over the course of the last several years, we've been working really hard to make sure that our families aren't just checking homework. They're really engaged in student learning.
Community engagement is the component that pulls all these ideas together.
We know that every opportunity to engage with our families online, in person, and through the things that we share with our students and in our schools is making a difference. We're partnering with them and we're seeing the impact of that partnership because we're seeing the support that our students have and the success that that is leading them to. One thing that we're finding is that our families aren't just meeting us in the park and coming to school anymore. They're interacting with us 24/7, and we can see that through statistical analyses of our website, through our Facebook followers, and the interactions that we receive on Twitter, on Facebook. And in looking at these analytics, we see that we're not only getting more information, new visitors to each of these sites and new followers, but we're also able to see how they're interacting and how what we're putting online is benefiting our families.
There's more proof that Henry County Schools is engaging. They just won the prestigious Magna Award, only given out to 12 schools. Veterans of the school system are praising the Envision process.
I think that one of the major differences that having this strategic plan has caused everyone to communicate, and the accountability, because we do involve all stakeholders. So by involving the administrators, the teachers, the students, the parents, it gives them some input and it keeps the community aware of what's going on in our schools. So they don't just see test scores, they actually see all the good things that we have going on in our buildings.
Henry County Schools continues to get attention. Recently, we were visited by the Virginia Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Stephen R. Staples.
It's one thing to talk the talk, it's another to walk the walk. I think your walk was as effective as your talk. What you said you were doing is exactly what we saw, and I think it's a more powerful message to us to actually walk it, touch it, see it, interact with the kids. And I think it was just another confirmation that really you are doing exactly what you say you're doing regarding innovation and engaging kids in problem-based learning. I was also very impressed, I should have mentioned it, with your cross-disciplinary work at the high school. It wasn't this is math and this is English and that's science. We say often in the real world, problems don't come at you as a single subject. And so engaging students across those disciplines, very, very impressive work. If it means anything to be an exemplar for others, you're an exemplar for others, and that puts you near the top of the class.
Today's a great day. We just finished our graduation ceremonies for 2016. I'm so excited to see our students walk across the stage because this is what it's all about. We're preparing our students for the future, college, career, and the workforce, and what we see here is a culmination of all that hard work. We've got great things happening in Henry County Schools, and we're just getting started. We've got Bingle Tech on the way in just a few months. We've got a brand new school opening with the latest and greatest technology here in the next year. What a great time to be a student at Henry County Schools, and we're privileged to serve our students each and every day. So we're looking forward to Envision 2018.